Now, there was a question on the community today about automation to delete tickets. Now, this question was asked by Tudor. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. And Tudor is asking about, I have an automation that is cloning tickets for service test to another project, then deleting them. The issue is the deleted ones get stuck in the ST queue. Any advice on how to get rid of them and how to improve the automation? Now, first of all, I don't really think it is a good idea to delete an issue. And if I understand correctly, I think this question is all about raising a ticket in an internal Jira software project or any internal project when the customer needs help, or maybe if the agents are not able to rectify the problem or resolve the issue or ticket by themselves and they need help from maybe second level or third level of support, or maybe they need to raise a ticket for the development team. Maybe there is a bug that the customer has reported. Now, in those cases, you don't really need to delete the original ticket because I think first of all, deleting will get rid of all the traces of the issue, and which is not always a good idea. I mean, only delete an issue when you think it was raised by mistake, but usually you don't really need to delete an issue. I mean, if you don't need to do any further action, just close it with no resolution. So you can always have a status or use the resolution to indicate that this was the issue and it was raised and this is the final outcome, but don't delete an issue. Now, talking about linking, how to link and how to perform the automation between two issues, I've talked about it in a couple of my videos, but let me just show you very quickly. So there are few ways of creating a linked issue. Of course, you can do it manually. If you want, you can, let us say, click on, so this is by the way a service request. It is in my Jira service management project. For creating a linked issue, you can go to more and then select link here. Let me get rid of my beautiful face and you can see this. So if you take a look at this option here called link, and when you click on the link, it will of course give you the option to raise an issue. Maybe this is caused by some bug, let us say, and that can be this bug may be there in your Jira instance, or maybe you want to raise a new ticket. So that is up to you how you want to do it. You can also you can also create an issue if you want. So the important part here is to create a link between two issues, and whether you create that linked issue manually, or maybe you have an automation, that is totally up to you. If you're using this feature called create a linked issue, you can also, of course, create an issue on the fly, and it will also create this link for you. And you can always select as an agent which project you want to use for raising this particular bug if needed. Now, talking about what you can do when you have a link. So let us say you have this link which is going to a bug in a software project. Now, whenever the bug is resolved, or maybe the customers, not a customer, but when the agents, not even the agents, but when the developers are doing something on the bug, maybe you want to reflect the status back to the original issue. So you can do that. You can write automation rules for basically updating the original incident or the original customer raised ticket. And there are, of course, few ways of doing it. If you want to use Jira Cloud Automation, you can do that. I made a video on this topic, like let us add a comment on linked issue. And adding a comment is always good because as an agent, you just want to know what is happening in the internal bug, and then maybe you want to let your customer know. The good thing about automation is that you have, when you define the automation rule, you have the option to also configure a comment that can be added for the customer. So you can add a public comment using automation rules. And by the way, if you want to learn how to do it using automation rules, you can do it by looking at this video. Of course, I'll share the link in the description. Also, you can do the same thing using ScriptRunner for Jira on cloud. I shared the script and I also made a video on this topic, like how to add a comment on linked issue. So you can watch this video. Doing the same thing, like if you notice here, you will get this, in the thumbnail of the video, like a comment that can be added. And a similar thing can be seen here when you are looking at the comment added by automation. So it is up to you if you want to use automation rules or if you want to use ScriptRunner for Jira. Of course, when you're using ScriptRunner for Jira, you have much more flexibility and control over the business logic. Maybe you want to selectively add a comment based on some condition. You can do a lot of wonderful things when you have the option to write a script. So you can take a look at the script here if you want to go. And maybe take a look at a ScriptRunner. I think that is always great. And deleting an issue, as I mentioned before, is not really a good idea. I think you should not. If this is part of your process, like deleting an issue, cloning it and deleting it, then I think that is probably not the right way. You should try to improve the process, or maybe let the issues come in the ticket and create a linked issue so that you have a traceability. Because when you delete an issue, it goes forever. So don't delete an issue. And that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much.